So let's go. This one is a hoodwinked request, looking to represent Red Prison at a 1K, and really the only restriction that we received was make it fast, have Goblin Rabble Master, have a Legion War Boss. So whenever you attend a larger event, like a 1K, you have to consider that your sideboard and your main board plan needs to be a little bit more open-ended, shall we say. You need to be able to find what you need and have little silver bullets here and there. Otherwise, you're going to run into some list, potentially in round 1 or 2, lose it, and then you're going to be kind of out. So that's what we're trying to accomplish here. Because we're doing War Boss and Rabble Master, we figured why not? Let's throw Hazard in. That's a nice aggressive list. It's good against Red-Black. It's good against Jund. These lists are going to use Unholy Heats or other removals. You could probably play a second Hazard if you wanted to be super aggressive over one Karn. Let's think about it while we're explaining the rest, and then we'll make that final choice here. So, sideboard is very heavy Karn oriented in this build, but that's because most of the time when you're playing a Karn control list, you don't have War Boss and Rabble Master. You might have Seasoned Pyromancer only, and you're having some Abrades or a little more Prison style. This is going to be a little more Prison, but aggro style. So we don't need much in the sideboard that's tailored towards being faster. If we can't be fast enough with Rabble Master, War Boss, and clearing the way with Fury, then we're probably going to have to protect ourselves in some fashion. So in the event that we do run into the Solitude matchup and Hazard is not great, we do have Storm Breath Dragon as a top end for us. This is our pro-white and maybe comes in for control matchups or even perhaps the 4-color lists. 4-color lists are probably one thing that might give this a run for its money because they do gain a decent amount of life. They have a lot of ways in Solitude and Omnath to block or exile our creatures, but fingers crossed we'll have enough creatures to go across the line to kill them. So we have a lot of things in the sideboard. I have a Magus in here. This is for Tron or Amulet strategies. It can be also for just multiple color lists that are being greedy. Bringing that in will give you an edge in those matchups, and you'll usually cut something like an Abrade, maybe a Singleton Chalice, maybe you'll cut a Fury or this Hazard if you feel it's not very good. Sky Sovereign. Chat loves this. I would probably maybe play a Walking Blister or another utility card. However, we don't really have a great way to get rid of something that is pro-red, so it's not a bad thing to have here. And because we're using Karn, that match 1, hopefully we can find something that benefits us in match 1 and maybe not lose as many as a straight red Chandra Rabble Master list would do. That's what Karn's going to try to do, and that's why we're giving ourselves options. We've got Torpor. We like this ETB protection from Ephemerate strategies or Titan strategies. We've got Pithing Needle and a Spyglass. This allows us to bring one in when we need it a little bit quicker. Think Charbelcher, but also we can leave it in the sideboard for Karn, so we have the ability to split. I think one of the troubles here might be Blue-Red Murktide. So we have a couple relics that we would bring in for that. That keeps the Murktide out of the way. And then we can look at Dragon's Claw. Maybe this is more for that burn strategy matchup, but it could also potentially come in for the Murktide list. I think we're going to have an okay time against Tron, Amulet, Hammer Time, 50-50 against Burn or a Prowess Obosh style list. We're probably unfavored against 4-color. We're probably unfavored against something crazy combo. We're thinking Ad Nauseam style, but in haul, I think this is going to do what we want it to. We have plenty of red sources, hopefully going to do some Blood Moons and Legion War Bosses and Rabble Masters quick. We've avoided Ragavan for this build because we think if we're going to do more of that Pyro Prison style, let's not go ahead and throw Ragavan in. Although it's a great aggressive card, we're going to try to hit him with a bunch of goblins. I think that's generally the low down here. Damping Sphere for multi-spells, Tormod's Crypt to grow fetch with Karn for like Dredge. Dredge could be a bit of a difficult matchup. You could play maybe 1 or 2 Angers if you're expecting something like that. Yawgmoth is going to be a little bit interesting here if we run into that. Heliod will probably beat us. Heliod could be difficult. Enchantress would, if you feel like you're going to hit Enchantress, Engineered Explosive, or Ratchet Bomb could be alternate options instead of Dragon's Claw. Hoodwinked, you're going into a 1K. You're probably going to run into someone playing a red deck that's probably burn very quick. They either want to win their matches and go get a taco, or they're going to want to win their matches and go take a nap. They're going to hit someone that's fast, so that's the idea here. Otherwise, Ratchet Bomb, Engineered Explosives, those do some miracle things as well. All right, so let's be fast. Let's be fast. Let's go ahead and play some Magic here. The throwback classic Pyro Prison list here in Modern. Let's get things rolling. A lot of things to think about when you're doing the 1K. Thank you, Hoodwinked. I hope this gives you an idea. Let's see if we can get some data for you. Maybe make 1 or 2 small adjustments after seeing the effectiveness of, say, Hazard or something like that. But I think this is, excluding having Eidolons as an option to bring in from the sideboard, I think this is about as fast as we can go. And I think it's fairly stable with the Furies in here as well. If you play Neobrand, you have enough time for both a taco and a nap. Well, there you go. Yeah, let's not run into Neobrand. That's where Pithing Needle and like Damping Sphere come in, and fingers crossed, right? Here we go. All right, Barbecue 42069 dudes, our first opponent. You can guarantee this person at their 1K would be Sport and Burn because they need to go get some barbecue or other things here. All right, we have Chandra in turn 2. That's the stuff we want to be doing here. Chandra or Legion Warboss, let's get it rolling. Opponent mulls to 6 as well. We'll have 6 through the beginning turn. Opponent's name is a fiery one, isn't it? It's doing everything. All right, Burn, right? It's got to be Burn. Burn's 50-50, a little bit better game 2 and game 3, but we end up more times than not losing that game 1 unless we have the Chalice. And that's why it's 50-50. Could have the Chalice. Could have the removal. Could just die. But we don't know that. I don't know if they're Burn. I know it's overplay, but isn't Urza Saga kind of free in this deck due to the low color requirement? We play Blood Moon on turn 2. It's not that free. Not that free. We Blood Moon ourselves. We'd be very sad. Very, very sad. All right. Well, it's going to be an interesting one here. We have what appears to be Blue-Red Murktide. Never mind. Huh. Jeskai colors. Let's get them. No counterspell. What do you got? Dashing Monkey? Okay. This is okay. All right. So it's funny because it's Electro Dominance, which means Blood Moon's not as interesting here. I'm tempted to do Chandra Downtick and hope for a land. Then we can play Bridge. And the reason I'm doing Chandra Downtick here is my opponent's at 3 cards. And while Bridge would be great here, we wouldn't be empty-handed enough. And I want the Chandra to be attacked here, and I want to buy myself some time. If they decide to randomly not go for Chandra, giving me 1 extra draw for lands, then I'll get to uptick for mana. But Chandra's dying here. All right, we miss a land drop. Not good. Putting these in rough order of how they're going to come in. We're not getting hit for 8. I will take that. A Fury off the top's okay, but we do want that land. Hey, 8 power on the board and turn what was that? 2? All right, Blood Moon basic island here. Playing the Blood Moon because Bridge wouldn't work here just yet. Might have a counter. Forces. All right. Force is gone. It's good. It's not bad. Land would be great here. 1 more land or Fury. As foretold. All right. Hit me for 4. Ouch. All right. We do hit the lands, and we'll go ahead and play the Bridge. As long as they don't have force here, bridge is in play. And we stop the Rhino. All right. Plenty of ways that my opponent can bounce things, and also being an as foretold deck, there's an opportunity for my opponent to potentially just, you know, wreck our lands here. We'll see. It did resolve, thank goodness. We're gonna get the other one down here too. Try to get 2 bridges down. That way, if they have a bounce spell, we're good. Then we'll start generating some tokens. All right, we're doing okay here. Chalice on 0 wouldn't be bad. It stops future footfalls. But we might put a Chalice on 2 for the petty theft they might be running. All right, let's go ahead and let's Rabble Master. Probably just going to play the land down. It's not a lot of reasons to hold this land. We're basically at the point that it's top of the library. Go Goblin. Top of the library for both of us. Who can find unlocking 2 bridges, or maybe we make plenty of tokens. Keep in mind that after this Legion War Boss hits, it's 2 every turn. Yep. They can attack once a turn. Ooh, they shocked in. I don't like that. Oh my gosh. Cast out 1 bridge. Okay, they're finding the answers they need. I don't have an answer for cast out, nor do I have an answer for as foretold. Don't tell me they have something like Cryptic Command. I lose to Cryptic Command. My opponent deserves their barbecue. Let's just read again. Once each turn. So they can play at instant speed. Yeah, I didn't expect cast out. This is like a perfect 1K matchup. Barbecue 420 is shown up to their local 1K FNM and hasn't updated their list, been eating too much barbecue, and showed up and is like, I'm here to play Magic. What is this? Lay claim? Cycles. You don't want that bridge? Lay claim. My gosh. That's been some spicy barbecue sauce that they've been eating. Holy. That's some spicy barbecue you've been eating over there. All right, so we just got Resurgent Believed. My opponent stole my Rabble Master, and we're playing Magic. A little bit of lay claim. Wow. All right, well, we're still back to the top deck here, but now they have a pretty spicy Rabble Master. A little nervous here. I'm going to turn off the auto yields. My opponent's playing some extra today. Man, and a Prismatic Ending. So they're not even cascading. They're just straight on the I'm going to as foretold you. Oh my gosh. Please, opponent. I have a family. Oh man. I'm gonna try to draw a bridge here. All right. Ouch. Chalice stops Rhino, but they have Prismatic Ending. We got Foretold. Blood Moon does look pretty decent for the most part. This is going to be an interesting one. This is an interesting one. Man, I don't really know what I have here. I'm going to bring a Magus in for something like a Braid. And I probably want to get this other Braid out of here for something. Maybe a Storm Breath. Probably not. I'm going to probably need the bridges. Let's do a Singleton Relic. Draws me a card. A little bit better than just having a blank Abrade. Now, the Abrade plus Liquid Metal Coating could hit something. You know, that's a way to get the as foretold. You know what? Let's not overlook that. Let's not overlook that. Solitaire Gathering. Think of the raid and welcome, folks. Hazard blocks decently. Gets cast out, though. The Relic for the Resurgent Belief's like a good idea, too. Maybe I really don't want this Hazard. My opponent steals that. That's going to suck. I mean, we can go get, like, Tormod's Crypt, too. It's, like, something we can do with Karn. Mono Red Shenanigans is going. It's a donation list to play a Rabblemaster Legion War Boss, and we've run into Barbecue. That's the name of our opponent. They're going the extra mile tonight. They're going the extra mile with Lay Claim as foretold. It's interesting. I don't need to really bring in the Damping Sphere because I have the Chalices. We led, by the way, we led with Relic there with the idea that we could maybe resolve Chalice afterwards, which immediately happened, so we got lucky there. Yeah, Chalice on 0 should take care of some stuff. They could have a Prismatic Ending, which kind of wrecks us, but remember, we're trying to be fast. We're trying to get in there with the War Bosses and the Rabble-Masters very quickly in these matchups. Prismatic Ending, taking care of Chalice and doing something else it's just part of the game plan, right? That's something they're going to do. I'm going to try to hold Relic here. I feel like Relic has good value instead of cantripping there. I can just put two goblins into play and go from there. And perfect example, if they can't quite get Rhino here, I'm going to be hitting for just a ton. I might be wide enough at this point, but we'll see. Shocked in a Hallowed Fountain. That's making me nervous. Prismatic Ending here. They don't have double red, by the way, for Electro Dominance. Blood Moon would help them, maybe. They could hit this. They can't hit Rabblemaster with a Prism. No, they can. They have 3. White, red, blue. They just don't have double red. All right. Chalice is taken care of. Chalice is an exile too, which is kind of nifty if we find Karn. We don't want to find Karn just yet, but let's leave Relic open. Let's go ahead and War Boss here. Get the battle on. Attack with everything. Yield to these triggers. In for a ton of damage. 8 to be exact. And we do have lethal next turn. Shark Typhoon cycled. Man, this opponent's got everything. Not going to worry about Relic because I have the ability to pop the Relic. As foretold, might be making some blockers with Rhinos. Feels like Rhino territory. All right. New Chalice on 0. Let's go ahead and Chalice on 0. If they have a force, they might force this Chandra downtick swing team. There's the force. Got another force. I think mathematically this is enough. Wow. 2 forces. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We just send the Rabblemaster. We are in a little bit of, I guess, a pickle here that the Relic can't hit anything. If they were to steal something crazy here. But this is a lot of damage, and I have Ramming Out Ruins. They also have one card, so how bad could it be? Blocks here are going to lose a Rhino. They have to, or they die. And then they take all of this. They go to 3. All right, what do you got for me, opponent? It could be another Crashing Footfalls, which would mean I would get in for 2, and then Raminaut Ruins would finish them with a top deck land. So, Rhino probably doesn't quite do it here. Cycles a cast out. This is that aggressive Pyro Prison, hit him in the face, extra cast out here. Cycling 2 cast outs because they need something. I will say that in this scenario, if they get that crazy lay thing, they can take out 2 and then have a blocker. All right, so there's the Crashing Footfalls. So if we top deck land, we're good. And we're gonna have Relic to hit it as well. We do hit the land, so we're golden. We're golden. Just enough. Let this connect and fire it off. Woo! Dicey. Dicey. All right. A lot of forces from my opponent. They brought in the full suite of them. The full suite. I'm really nervous about putting Hazard back in, but I almost feel like that's probably better than like Karn here. It's just not forcible. It gives me an extra fury thing here. Yeah, I like this. Gosh, As Foretold's going to be a pain. Kind of interesting to bring Storm Breath in and fly over my opponent, but we'd have to get to 5 mana. All right. I'll keep it. We'll keep it. We'll get rid of the Fury. That way I have 2 Blood Moons. Maybe I don't want to have 2 Blood Moons. Nah, we're going to keep 2. We're going to need it. We're going to Ritual off the top. We'll Blood Moon them. It'll be good. Gotta go all that prison strategies anyway. Avoid the cast outs. Hopefully stop an As Foretold quickly. Ritual on top. All right. And I'm keeping 2 Blood Moons because they did play plenty of forces and they had a lot of things that were like non-basics and not fetch lands. So Blood Moon, hopefully Blood Moon, and then we have Bridge. I just want to stop an As Foretold for the most part. There's other things my opponent can do. All right, they have the Scalding Tarn. Yeah, I think I still go for the Blood Moon here. Legion War Boss, and they just like play 2 Rhinos. It's just not enough. And I'm not there to play a bridge just yet. If I played a bridge, they could force it or put Rhinos in. Yeah, there goes. Blood Moon, cycling, or removing Shark Typhoon here. Maybe they even get like Secret or Steam Vents, but no, they get the island. All right. Steam Vents, shocks in, As Foretold, I assume. Okay. And the Rhinos. 1 card in my opponent's hand. Let's go ahead and stop the train. Please don't have an easy way to get rid of this. Blood Moon's next. Play Blood Moon over Magus. They have Electro Dominance. They have Veto apparently as well. Okay. It's coming back to top deck wars. Let's just say that. Ooh, all right, let's go ahead and play Magus to shut off things and Hazard. Hazard's a very slow clock here. We might even just play War Boss next. All right, no random cast out unless it's through the As Foretold. So if I can find Karn plus the Abrade, it would be nice. It's gonna be kind of like very unlikely. That's not a bad one. I kind of like that, actually. It gets rid of a Rhino, and if they do remove the bridge, things get really dicey for them. So let's go ahead and do that. The other thing is that I could next turn attack. Like Fury, the beautiful thing about Fury is that it helps empty the hand, but it's also kind of nifty because it's not like a 5/4, right? Hazard's not attacking. But Fury could. Fury could attack this, kill this Rhino token. Then we play Legion Warboss post-combat. Opponent plays a Steam Vents. Got a lot of mana. They have a lot of mana. Watch my opponent cast out this. Ooh, and things get wild. They're thinking. Thinking makes me nervous. You should... can't play that, your turn. Can't play, your turn. Electro Dominance for 3. You got it. All right. Followed by... Ooh, cast out for bridge. I'm ready. Come on at me, Rhino. Let's go. Let's race. Yes. All right, land. That'll work. All right, Chalice on 0, I think is where I want to be. And then let's give him the good old mom dog. In for 7. Good luck, opponent. 10 to 16. Top deck for my opponent. We're racing. We're racing. Yeah, it's the block constructed. Okay, this is an interesting card here. I think we're going to go ahead and play said relic. I'm going to play the Legion Warboss here. The reason I'm going to play the Warboss is they're going to block the 1/1 token, but then I think I can present lethal next turn. Throwing the Warboss for 2 damage here is decent as well, but I think just the extra creature here is oodles better. Oodles better. We're looking good here. Our aggro strategy is coming into play, and Hazard showed up to the party. Do we have a 1/0 here, opponent? And a concession. We win the match. Nice. Sweet. Because MTG bot is down, let's go ahead and get some text in here. Let's get the info. I have an info thing. Bam. Let's get our stats up there since we're recording this. We are 1-0. Shoot, where'd it go? It's so tiny. Bam, 1-0, nice and big. We're making it happen. Making it happen, getting aggressive here. 1-0 with the list. Hammondcat power. Hazard getting it done. My opponent went after the bridge, unlocked the Mom Dog's Fury. So things can happen when you're aggressive. A lot of Rabble Masters, a lot of War Bosses, a lot of Goblin tokens. We're getting it done. Match 2. This is Squad Chief, isn't it? All right, we'll keep this hand. Isn't that Squad Chief? Great, what's Squad Chief on? Well, they're mulligans to 4. Oh, we got it. All right, what craziness are they on? All right, this looks good for us. Good old ritual. Guess we're going to be doing probably this. Though they mulled a lot. Power and scrying. All right. Well, okay. Blood Moon? Blood Moon? No Blood Moon. Let's go ahead and Ritual War Boss. What do you got for me, Squad Chief? What 7-drop did you keep? Worm coil? Oh, crap. Now I want to put the brakes on. Now I want to put the brakes on. Send the 1 token in because I'm going to defend. My opponent's going to gain 12. We need some Blood Moon love. Oh no. Great creator. Alright. Probably lost this one because of the Worm Coil engine. But I think game 2 and game 3 we have a good shot. The good old O-Stone does not attack because they want to defend Karn. Like, Karn is it here. Let's go a little bit different because we're really behind in this. Let's go ahead and boot up good old Den. And let's swing with the team here. Blocks here. We got it. Let me make this one. And this one can, we'll go all the Planeswalker. All right. Worm Coil, all the good stuff. They have the O-Stone that can blow up the Chalice, all the greats. Probably attacks for 6 and goes kaboom. I will happily attack them, though. We're just going to pass the turn, I think. I mean, we don't have a lot going on for us. They're going to blow this up. We're going to try to use... Oh, nope. Fake counter and Worm Coil. We need like Bridge and Blood Moon. We need the dynamic duo here. Opponent attacks for 6. Extra Chandra. Here, I'll leave one back. Play that tapped, and let's just have fun with our Chandra that we're just going to uptick, hope we don't hit anything like Bridge here. Just dig past a card that I don't want, which I probably don't want Blood Moon anymore. They'll go boom, boom. And we need to rip a Bridge off the top. That's what we need. Game 2, game 3 is where this one's going to go. They're going to know what's up. We have an aggressive list too, which is great. Karn's terrible to see. I'm at 2. Just let me top deck. Star. What you going on about, Last God? This should be just like walking ballista. Yeah. I love the enthusiasm. All right. Because they have walking ballista, I can't do like a down tick Chandra and Fury here, unfortunately. All right. Game 2, game 3, where we're going. Damping Sphere and Magus get to come in. And we can cut pretty much just the bridges. Let's bring a Pithy Needle in as well. And I think we're good. We still want chalices. Braids aren't bad. Extra Blood Moon style effects here. We know what we need. And Squad Chief's a pretty good player, so. Have the Blood Moon, but we We don't have that extra land. We miss. We're kind of toast. I'm gonna mulligan this. I have better ways to get Moon out quickly. Look at that! Better ways to get Moon out quickly. Let's keep. All right, guaranteed third land. Can play the Chandra. Looks much better. Basic Forest. Ancient Stirrings. All right. Just don't miss. All right. We'll work our way up here. A little Chalice action. Find ourselves to Blood Moon. I kind of want to just like play Chandra here. We have a turn with the Blood Moon. To turn 6 hardcast Wormcoil. All right, they wilted my Chalice. It is gone. Well, Ancient Stirrings. It's a wilt on a Chalice and not on a Blood Moon. Expedition map, pretty good one for them to find. Power plant and map. Land drop up for card. War Boss. We'll pass. Play Blood Moon, pass the turn. All right. Chandra's at 6. We might get an emblem here. That's what we're going for. Sanctum. Karn down tick, go get Pithy Needle. Karn down tick, Pithy Needle. What? All right, let's make mana here. Play a Fury. Scoot this Karn out of the way. Opponent wants to play the Pithy Needle, obviously. If I find a Braid, we're in really good shape here. Yeah, it's Fury the Karn away. They play this. They play Pithy Needle, so they don't get emblemed. Okay. Fury attacking here is definitely not bad. We could also find our own Karn and uptick this to kill it at some point. Let's go fast. What do they got here? They have 5 mana. Do they have 6? And do they have the only big Wormcoil? Or is it Thragtusk? Good old Thragtusk. I love you, Thragtusk. Oh, let's go. Let's go. Swing. I don't know if that's lethal, but it's a lot of damage. Oh, they're at 1, but I can throw something with Hazoret. Yes, Hazoret is great again. Hazoret is great again. I like the speed at which Squat Chief plays, by the way. It's fast. It's good stuff. All right, they're playing Wilt. That's their answer to Blood Moon, so Chalices on 2 would be a little bit better. Yeah, we're going to just send it back. No changes. Pithy Needle is better here. We can name like map on turn 1. Gotta find them Blood Moons. Mom Dog is here to stay. We have forsaken Mom Dog because of Solitude. It might be time to change that around. Nope. 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 Magus is like really good, but 1-lander is not happening here. I said 1-landers aren't happening. That's not good. Squad Chief, be kind. Keep 6. Well, keep. We could literally turn 1 Karn if I find a land off the top. The turn 1 Moon. That could potentially Karn. It is turn 1, but like I have to get rid of 2 cards here. We don't need necessarily turn 1. Cavern Ritual is kind of what I'm thinking too, possibly. Like, I don't need to play it super fast. They probably have Wilt, right? I want to just go for the Karn play. Literally, if we get Karn on turn 2, we win. Or high chance to win. Blood Moon, it could work. All right, this is the safer play. This is the safer play. But man, if I rip a land right here, just saying, if this is a land, it was a land. What could have been? What could have been? All right. Well, they have the good old-fashioned Sylvan Scrying. They go get a forest. Really? I mean, I have to respect. It's game 3 against Tron. That's why we did mull. I'd love to get this Chalice on 2. That protects me from Wilt. Ancient Stirring, they're going to town here. I could also just put it on 1. My opponent keeps cantripping. This is mine. All right, we're gonna put it on 1 because the next turn I have is Karn, Great Creator. We have a clock. It's called Karn. Just depends on what they play, and if they play their own Karn, we're toast. But they don't, so let's see what happens. Liquid metal coating. Well, did it pay off? Opponent could have a 5th land here in Thragtusk, but after that, I don't know what you're gonna do, opponent. 1 land gone. Did we do it? We did it. We did it. And we have Rabble Master next turn. All right. It was a smart keep. We did have the turn 1 complete lockout if we trusted that there was a land off the top. Probably not the greatest idea. Got some Rabble Masters here. We're 2-0. Let's update that since I got to do everything for Nightbot tonight. 2-0. Onward we go. Red deck wins. Easy clap, watch and listen to both of you for the last match. Fascinating. Squad Chief knows what's happening. Squad Chief knows. I don't know what Squad Chief is playing. Squad Chief knows what I'm typically playing. Fun match. Again, I like the pace at which Squad Chief plays. No fuss. Knows what he's doing. Makes the match nice and quick and easy. Well, not easy. But there you go. So we kept the safer line, the Blood Moon, the Karn, proving that we probably want Karn in the wider 1K matchups rather than just going full Chandras. You might run into Tron. All right, 1 landers. We got to pitch those back. We're trying to play smart, although Blood Moon on turn 2 could be fun. Yeah, he's not Squad Chief anymore. He's like Crow Chief or something like that. Okay, this is fine. Get rid of the Gemstone Cavern here. And off we go. No companion for our opponent. Could be a wide variety of things. We're going to wait on the Chalice, see if we want to put it on 0 or 1. Spire Bluff Canal. I want to put it on 1. I hope they're not Rhino. Could be Ragavan Darcy, which is why I want the Chalice, but if it's something else, it's going to be rough. I think we put Chalice on 1 here. It's probably the safer one. We haven't seen Rhino as much these days. Cool. Looks like we got it covered. All right, so this is Murktide. This is a difficult matchup, but with the Pyretic Ritual here and Karn, we might have a shot. Now, they could have Counterspell, which makes me sort of want to leave the Scavenger Grounds open. I hit another Karn. We're going to go for it. Counter, land, Murktide's going to be rough. Oh, man, they have Counterspell. Oh, they don't have Counterspell. They don't have Counterspell. All right. First up, Tormod's Crypt. You're not countering that. You would have countered this. Oh, man, chat. Land has to be a fetch land. I can wait on Tormod's Crypt. 7? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What is opponent playing? They are currently playing Blue-Red Murktide. There's a Scalding Tarn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bobble. I want to eat as much of the graveyard as I possibly can. I could go get Boat for all you Boat fanatics out there. Let's go get that Liquid Metal Coating. On the upkeep. I'll probably have to fire off the Tormod's Crypt here. Like I said, I wanna hit that Scalding Tarn if I can. 1, 2, 3, 4. Needs to pop it. We can play here. When they pop it, we Tormod's Crypt. We're just trying to avoid Murktide. Okay. Let's eat a land here. And eat the graveyard. Yeah, gotta eat the graveyard. All right. With that, probably would be safe to roll out a Fury, but I'm gonna wait. I think we can like take care of this game through Karn a lot better. And I want to leave Scavenger Grounds open for a little bit. Yeah, everything's resolved. We're looking really, really good. I don't want a random counterspell to end up in the graveyard. I have the Scavenger Grounds to keep things in check. I'm killing a land every turn. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. This would be 3. They shocked in. Let's see what else they've got. Okay, I'm going to go all the way to upkeep here and then Scavenger Grounds again. Murktide's the worst thing for us to see. This matchup's really difficult, and so I'm kind of happy where we're at right now. Just trying to keep that graveyard in check. Shocks and Esteem Vents. I really don't want this Murktide to show up, so we're not going to let them counter. We're just going to take care of the lands until we're able to do something. I don't want to activate Murktide. It's just not going to happen, opponent. keep doing your thing. Murktide's scary. They're like, all lands. All lands is a good opponent. That's pretty good. Chandra is almost worth it to run it out into a counter spell. I'm going to say no, though. When they play the Murktide, they can Chandra downtick plus Fury, and we can continue to wail on them with a Karn. Karn's got this one locked out. There's no reason to commit any more to this board. Polluted Delta. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just having fun. Killing lands. There we go. They're interested in doing something here. I'm going to go to second main phase. If they do play something here, it's really tempting to just Chandra. All right, what else do I have in the sideboard? Nothing of relevance. Let's go ahead and jam a Chandra here. Up for damage, pass turn. Murktide can be taken Chandra and Fury. So I think we're in a good spot here. They're desperately digging because they're stuck on lands, and I've been killing the lands. So yeah, I don't know if they had the Murktide, but just avoid it. It's just not what I want. This matchup's hard. We bring the 2 relics in because you got to keep Murktide from happening. We do have Hazoret this time around, so that's kind of cool. Could attempt a Magus. Chalice on 1's very strong. Lucky it wasn't Rhinos. Yeah, well, Murktide's a pretty popular list. Braids do work. Blood Moons are decent. I can probably cut still 1 Blood Moon and cut 1 Ritual. That'll work. Blood Moon is still good because if we can prevent the Murktide. It's all about Murktide here. Ragavan's a pain, but Murktide is just lights out. This is a weaker hand. I'll keep. It's weaker because we're sitting here, and while playing Rabblemaster on turn 3 isn't anything to be really excited about, I have the Furies for something like Darcy or Ragavan. All right, a couple draws of baubles. We top deck a Chalice. I'll happily attempt to cast that next turn. Here they go. They're just filling their graveyard, though. We might have to double Fury down this Murktide they're about to show up with. All right. I'm going to pass. Seems unconventional, but I am waiting for them to play Murktide here. We don't want to play straight into the counterspell with the Chalice. If they have a 1-drop, they have a 1-drop. It's fine. Yeah, it smells like Murktide. Maybe they have Archmage Charm here. All right. Let's go Rabblemaster. They've got something. Gotta be Counterspell or something, right? Unholy Heat. Bolt. Gotta be something like that. Where's their monkey? I don't know. Counters. Excellent. So what I'm hoping for is that they're not trying to line up Murktide plus Counterspell, but that's what it looks like they've done. We get Fury, and Chalice on 1. It's going to be tough to beat, though. Oh, it's Ragavan. All right. Hits for 2. There's Monkey. Oh, no, Rabblemaster. Please don't. Please don't. They're thinking about it. They're going to be tempted by this. Holds on to the temptation. Rabble. Counter. Follow with Chalice on 1. Hope it's not Murktide. No Spell Pierce, please. Ah! They got us. All right. Show me the big dragon here. It's the big dragon. They're taking too long to cast this. The big dragon is arriving. Big dragon is arriving after a little Ragavan. They can make this, what, a 7/7, 8/8? 7/7? It's a big Murktide. Chandra. All right. Pray for us, everyone. Gonna go get Bridge. We have 3 Furies. Oh, no. I can kill one. I can't kill the other. We're gonna risk it all here. We need a top deck land or red source. Bobble is okay. We want them to not counter. Take the big 9. 3 fast, 3 furious. So we're going for this because I have to get rid of the Murktide. There was a red source. They can trip. Please don't have counterspell. Bobbles. Checks the top. We get... Oh my gosh. I got it all. Well, we can't cast any of these. Good luck us. We die otherwise, so we gotta go for it. Fury number 1. One, 3. Don't have it, opponent. Don't have it. Don't have it. Don't have it. Don't have it. Going for 4 more. Don't have it. Oh no. Oh, all right. I need... a bridge off the top. We're clearing so they don't get an... Oh, shoot. They had 2 spells down there. Let's see if we had the bridge. No. All right. We didn't have the bridge. Just look away, everyone. And just look away. Didn't have the bridge. All right. I kind of want this Blood Moon back in here. I'm just going to take 1 more ritual out. Just look away. There was no exiling of said graveyard. I was exiling so they didn't have another Murktide. And just remember that Murktide grows. This is kind of nifty because I can get Chandra down very fast here. Spell Pierce could get us. But they don't have the Spell Pierce. When are the Neo cards legal? Today for Magic Online folks. All right, let's eat the graveyard here. It's got to be Chandra first, right? I think. Oh gosh, it could be Karn first now. It's just got to be Chandra. Oh no, they're waiting. They have Force. You have Force for me, opponent? Oh, they didn't have Force. Kill? Nah. Up we go. Extra bridge would have been nice. Get rid of the graveyard. Pass the turn. Good luck, opponent. I was so convinced that they had it. They were going to eat my Chandra with a Force. All right, well, we have a board state here. We definitely have stuff going on. I'm a little worried if they can make this into a 3/3. They're going for it. 3 card types in the graveyard. There is an instant already in here, so they need like expressive. Considers a lot of looks here to make it a 3/3. I need them to not make it a 3-3 here. Please don't make it a 3-3. I need to keep Chandra. Don't do this to me. Counterspell is an instant. No creature. Land, it's still a 3-3. Or sorry, 3 types. It's still a 1-1. That's true. This is an exile. That's fair. Goes Bolt. Do they find it? No, Ragavan. What are you doing there? You absolute jerk. They find the answers to kill Chandra. Land, please. Just natural land. All right. Clear the graveyards. Pass the turn. Dang it. It all hinged on that. They dug far enough. I didn't put Chalice on 0 because we've already seen 2 baubles. It's better to have it on 1 if we can. We might be in a bad spot though. All right, in for 1. Not a lot of damage here. They had to dig a lot to make it so that Chandra was dead there. We top deck a land. I'm going to start things off with a Chalice. The bridge is the most important card here. Chalice on 1 resolves. They've had it all match. I mean, they had to dig a lot. They dug like 10 cards, roughly. 8 cards. Prismari. Leave my crap alone. Well, Bridge would have died. Murktide, no Spell Pierce, please. Murktide, no Counterspell now. Extra Darcy. A lot of digging now. If I have the chance to kill Darcy, you always take it. I was going to get a Karn. It's going to be beautiful. Look, I have a chance to kill Darcy. I have a chance. We'll kill Darcy as one of the last things we do here. We're needing them to not have another Prismari command and be tapped out in such a way that I can get the bridge down. When they attack here, most likely for 3, I'm going to save myself 3 life as well. Would you like to counter the Abrade? No, of course not. Of course not. Where's my boil? All right, well. We'll attempt a bridge here. They'll counter. They'll do a surveil thinking they have this, and I'm going to go ahead and Fury it away. Our Blood Moon's really not that valuable anymore. This is the tough matchup. This is a tough matchup. Boyle would be fun. They'd be down to just a Spirebluff Canal. All right, nothing for my opponent. Land, Karn, downtick, Tormod's Crypt, but this is Murktide. Okay. Well, play Blood Moon. They don't care. They'll let that resolve. They'll hit me for 7. Just draws cards with their Archmage Charm. I need a bridge, and bridge probably only off the top. I've exiled a bridge. 1 bridge is in the graveyard. There's 1 left in the library. Steam Vents for our opponent. Dashing Monkey hits for 9. Please show a non-bridge. Rabble Master, holding Counterspell up, holding Archmage Charm up. All right. Braid will not do it. Braid will not do it. 2-1. Let's continue. Definitely the hardest matchup. You're trying to hold off that Murktide. That is the problematic card there, because we just can't kill it, and they usually can counter or bounce or kill the bridge. So if you can hold off that Murktide, you have a good shot. That's why Blood Moons is at least decent. I kind of wish it was Storm Wings still, but no dice on that. The Darcys do get kind of crazy. There's not much to do about those. You can obviously Fury those away when you get the opportunity. But it's a tough matchup for us. How many Archmage Charms do they run in that? 4. 4 Murktides, 4 Archmage, 4 Counterspell, 4 Expressive, 4 Ragavan, 4 Darcy, 4 Bobble. Sorry, Wolf. It's all good. All right. Mulligan these 1-landers. We're struggling tonight. Struggling a little bit with the lands. All right. Dragon apparently runs 2 charms, but I have seen where they run up to 4. Just depends, I guess, how Blue Moon you're like. Opponent getting that information. Here we go again. Round 2. Fight. All right. Gonna exile Legion Warboss here to kill Ragavan. Legion Warboss just gets picked off by a whole bunch of stuff. Obviously, we're gonna attempt a Chalice on 1. I have full faith that this is gonna get countered, though. Yep, another round of Murktide. Let's see if we can do better here. Opponent's just going for it. Good luck versus Pyganti. Thanks. Opponent draws. All right, well, we get a Chalice down. This is where like a top deck Blood Moon could do something. The only reason it could potentially do something here is because my opponent has only 1 basic island. They ditched a Ragavan and a Consider. Picking up Scalding Tarn, they'll get an extra island here. Blood Moon's a dead draw now. Here comes a Murktide. Now we need Bridge. Bolts mean just, you know, get that extra oomph here from the big old Murktide. Needing that Bridge. It's a 6/6. See, Scavenger Grounds would be nice. All right, so 3-turn clock here. Technically 4, but I have a feeling they'll find a way to make this Murktide slightly bigger in a couple turns. Not to mention my opponent may have Archmage Charm open. All right, let's go ahead and burn Chandra number 1 on the Archmage Charm. Yeah, there's not a whole lot I'm going to be able to do against this Murktide. Like I said, only thing I can really think of at this point is finding Bridge naturally. My opponent throws a counterspell, has an expressive iteration, probably has a Murktide that they just want to make big. Steam Vents shocks that in. Got counterspell probably. In for 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Chandra. Ooh. Okay. Well, this gets interesting. Attack for 1. How much damage can I do next turn? 3. This is a Goblin. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14. I can do 14 damage, I think. They're at 15? Am I going to be off by 1? Got an island. I could easily steal a token and block too. A lot of people ask me about Dead Gone. It's tough because it really would only come in for this matchup. Yeah, it's really like would only be here. Let's math it really quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 damage. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I can put them to 1, but I would die. So I have to do bridge. We have 2 goblin tokens from Rabble Master, the one that exists and one that's created. We have Den and another goblin token. So that's 4. So that makes Goblin Rabble Master 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, I'm off by 1. Trying to think if there's any other thing to do here. Murktide kills me on the swing back. So we just got to go up with Chandra and hope that the last card is not an Archmage Charm. And then I have to sit this back. No, Darcy. No, Ragavan's fine. So yeah, let's go up. I can't believe we're off by 1. I really wish we weren't off by 1. I'm going to swing with everything. Our plan here is bridge. There's no other options here, really. Don't have Archmage Charm or Counterspell. Resolved. Ugh, Petty Theft. They could have bounced Rabble Master or something else as well. Alright, so they got us. Attacks with Murktide here. So Petty Theft is what they're running. Some people run Prismari Command, some run Petty Theft. Both are at 2 and 3, making it really hard for Chalice to lock that kind of side of it out. But yeah, they had us good times there. Okay, Relics back in. And I took the rituals out. Maybe I don't want to do that. Nah, I think I do. Nah. You know what? Let's take 2 Karns out. All right. This is just a tough matchup. Like you said, if you expect like 10 Murktide lists, you could probably go for a Dead Gone in the sideboard, maybe 2, but yeah, it just doesn't come in for much else. I guess the dead section, you could hit something. A lot of the times they're protecting the Murktide though. Let's play first. Ooh, no. Need lands. Well, this is interesting. We could feasibly work with this. Ditch Ritual here. And let's go Chalice. Chalice, 1 and 2 maybe. Darcy. Could double up on the 1 as well if we wanted to. We'll see. We need a land. You know what? Let's double up on the 1. Don't really want more chalices at this point, but we'll take what we got. It's tempting to put 1 on 0, but I think I want to hold this one to maybe like try to put a chalice on 2 later. A little lightning bolt, getting things done with the Darcy. It's really, really countered, they say. Another reason to maybe have a 2 on the chalice. Our relics are bad draws now. This new MTG bot skin looks nice. Yeah, it's solid. All right. Got to give up Chandra here to get rid of the Darcy. It's generating too much value. Looking for a land at some point here. Not going to put Chalice on 0. The value's just not there. They have enough to go Murktide here. Thanks, D20. Where are the lands? Sometimes this happens. Polluted Delta, fetches. Murktide? Yeah, here we go. We need the land here. They might have Force of Negation. That's something they can bring in. 6/6. Well, we hit a land. It was one of the worst lands we could have done. Bridge? Force here, and I think I'm dead. Yeah. Oh, no. We're going 2-2. Telling you, you got to keep this off. If you can keep this dragon out of there, you got something. Murktide's the worst matchup, though, for us these days. Here, we'll throw a 0 on for good luck to us. I need to hit the concede button. Please be anything but Murktide in the final one. Yeah, hopefully. Hopefully. We'll get ready to update to 2-2. I don't have an out. That's why we're updating that. All right, opponent. Murktide taking us down. Definitely struggling here with our more aggressive style against Murktide. We could play Eidolons if we're expecting a lot of that, because the opponent has to cantrip a decent amount usually to get the Murktide down. Obviously, at the flip side is we'll be taking damage, so one Murktide swing would clean us up. But you could do that, and you could like take all the Karns out, bring 3 or 4 Eidolons in, if you expect that. 4th Chalice before 3rd land. Indeed. Let's see if we can lock one in here. Let's see if we can get this win, the final one. Jeez. All right, we're going to ditch the Karn. I'm going to believe in the Chalices. All right, I'm glad I believed in Chalice. Believe in Chalice, and you will be rewarded. Here we go. Magic as it's intended. Amulet versus the Blood Moon Prison match. The little Teleria West. Probably just throw a Chalice on 1, right? Then we worry about Blood Moon. Arbor Grazer. Simic Growth Chamber. Summoner's Pact. Also, I have 2 Chalices. Urza's Saga is what they went and got. Okay. I'm going to put this on 1, and then we're going to just casually hope we draw a land. I don't believe we're going to get totally busted out here, and if they play Dryad to do some extra land drops, I would most certainly like for them to lose that Dryad's ability across the concourse here. Blood Moon, though, Saga gets Stone Rained, and we're going to be sitting with probably Hazoret. I think it's time for Mom Dog to shine. All right, maybe not. What's the fastest clock here? Probably Chandra. Uptick damage past turn. Just getting ourselves towards an emblem. Doing the things against Amulet here. They could have Boseiju. They could. I can't plan for that just yet. Explorers, double Valakut here. We have Legion War Boss. Let's up. Let's play Rabble Master. Pass turn. If we hit a land, we get to double War Boss here and really have fun with our opponent. No new Boseiju? What do you mean, no new Boseiju? Opponent could definitely have that. Double green here. Bridge is not needed. Let's go up. There's an Abrade. I say no. I don't need a Braid. We're just crunching in for as much damage as possible. As much damage as possible, getting that good old emblem, closing this game out. Exiver? Which one? Amulet or us? You miss Simians. There you go. That's the answer. Missing Simians. Clear winner. All right, Dampening Magus. They're in for these kinds of matchups here. Let's clear ourselves of... Man. Probably a War Boss in this matchup. Probably a... honestly, it's probably 2 War Bosses. It's probably 2 War Bosses because this kills Dryad, this kills Dryad. Hazard's kind of just nice to get in with. Karn's really good in this matchup. Damping Sphere and Magus do what they need. Yeah. This is what we want. All these one-landers. There we go. Cool. Get rid of a Braid. We can do a Braid plus Rabble plus Blood Moon. Opponent's mulled to 4. This is going to be a non-game, I think. We're going to get the W here. We're going 3-2 with Red Prison here in Modern. I'm calling it now. Let's make sure I don't blast through my turn here. Okay. Good old Urza Saga there. Breeding Pool. Untaps. Let's Stone Rain him. Stone Rained. Blood Moon clears the Saga. We got Rabble Master. The good old days. Concession from our opponent. It's over. A bit of a non-event there at the end, but that is what we do against Amulet, and especially the old throwback list. 3-2 is our final results here in Modern. Really only losing to Murktide. There you go, Hoodwinked. War Boss and Rabble Master can still hang. And Mom Dog doing okay. Solitude's going to be a problem for Mom Dog, but in general, that War Boss and the Rabble Master are going to be quick enough to probably take down some matches. And hopefully that will be good. So, let's talk briefly about Murktide. Probably going to run into Murktide. We have 2 options here, I think. So, option 1, we have Prep for Burn. Bunch of Dragon's Claws. Option 2, we didn't see much Solitude in our matchup. And it may not be as problematic because you have fast Rabble Masters and War Bosses. Get rid of these and play Eidolons. So 2 Dragon Claws out, 2 Stormbreath Dragons, and just throw 4 Eidolons in. When you find Murktide, just ignore the Blood Moon. 4 Eidolons in and go for it. You're going to be racing Murktide. It's going to be close matchups. Giant Murktide's going to block your creatures, but hopefully you'll have enough on the ground punching in. If you want, you can also go the Relic package if you think you're going to run into maybe some Dredge or other matchups, which are going to be utilizing the graveyard a bit more. This does do a good job of keeping Murktide at bay, but it's not always going to do everything that you need, just because Chalice on 1 is still very good against them as well. But hey, Hoodwinked. Hope you've enjoyed this. I think Rabble Master Legion War Boss with a Hazard backup. Maybe you cut maybe you cut one Fury for like another utility card in the main deck, but I think this is where you want to be, or something very close to it. We had a bit of unfortunate luck with how the lands hit, but in general, I think 21, 22 lands, 21, 22-ish lands is probably correct. I think your Rabble Masters and Legion War Bosses will definitely power out some wins when you get that Blood Moon down, and you'll have no problem, I think, killing Tron and Amulet. And maybe even 4-color you could probably run over fast enough. But Hoodwink, thank you so much for the donation. I will get this to you, and hopefully you'll get to check it out. And hope you do well in your 1K. Let us know how things go. My gut tells me if you think you're going to hit Murktide, get those Eidolons in there. Otherwise, something like this might work. And if you're going to hit a bunch of Solitudes, Storm Breath them out. If you want to be like Hoodwinked, donations down below for YouTube and in chat for those on Twitch.